I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today, but that's what I did yesterday, and you guys seem to like it. These videos are fun. I'm doing them every day, and I want to finish this month. Even if it's just live streams, I do plan on doing a live stream Sunday afternoon, evening time. And I'm going to review all the artwork and sketches that I made for all these videos this month. And it's going to be a lot. It's going to be 31. Maybe we'll just do 31 on stream. And see if we can maybe create something from one of my best things. But what are we talking about today? What should we talk about today? With one of my latest videos on why consuming too much information can be bad for you and just overwhelm you. I think there's a little bit more to that. I think when we bring in all these ideas and things from outside, we forget how to create our own things. And that can be very difficult to actually come up with something that's just you. And a lot of my sketches, I've been doing studies, and I haven't really allowed myself to just sit down and make something without worrying about reference or anything. Like for when I did my landscapes sketch-a-days, like last year, I don't even know if I showed those, did a video for them last year. But pretty much all of those I didn't have reference for. Sometimes I did studies, but most of the time I just kind of threw something together. Studies did help me get to the point where I can create things and just throw something together and have it come out. Landscapes are pretty easy for doing that. Portraits, on the other hand, are a lot more difficult. I drew a portrait today, kind of thinking about some color design and some other things, but I just kind of put it together and see what happens. And sometimes that's exactly the best thing you have to do, is to just sit down and throw something out there and work on it. And I was thinking, how long does it take to get to the flow state? And the flow state, basically, what the flow state is what happens is you're just working on something and you're 100% focused and in it, and it creates this just really fun and exciting feeling, and you're just 100% in making the art or whatever the thing you're doing is. Sometimes you're in the flow state when you're playing a video game and you're just immersed in it. You're just doing it. You're playing. I think playing is maybe the right term, because you're just in. Like whenever you're playing, you're 100% focused on that, and it's all about the fun, and it's just satisfying. I find that really hard to do when you have a bunch of things coming at you. It's in your head. Like, it's hard to shut that off sometimes. And you gotta just shut off the thoughts in your thinking and get to making some art. Or honestly, you don't even have to make art. Just let yourself relax a little bit and just be. You don't have to be in your head. Just be. If you're trying to really make art part of your life, you got to sit down and make it. If you don't really care about it that much, don't do it. Why? If you don't like making art, don't do it. I know sometimes it can be really hard, especially for people who are perfectionists, or a lot of people don't try things because they're afraid they're not going to do it as good as everybody else on the first try, which is completely delusional that you are going to do it as good on the first try. And that's part of why people don't start either, is because they're just like, oh, I suck at it, so I'm not going to do it. And I really hate that. What am I thinking? When I was playing a game, Rocket League, which I haven't played a lot lately, but I've been really into that game and it's been fun. And it is a very difficult game to master timing and all the button controls and all of that. I'm still having a blast playing it and working on it and improving at it, and it's been great. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make here is I wanted to play this game with a couple of my friends, and one of them's like, I don't know, I'm not very good at it. I don't really think I want to get into it. And I roped him into playing it, and he agreed to play a little bit. And the great part was, like, he had a blast, and now we play at least once or twice a week. And it's just hilarious that he was so resistant on doing it because he knew he wasn't very good at it, but he still played it. And we had a great time. And now we play it a lot more than I was initially thinking. I thought I would just pick it up for a week, play it a few times, but I just couldn't put it down. It was too fun. I have a lot of fun. I think part of it is I'm doing it with other people, so that can help a lot. So if we apply this to our art, and I think it's part of the time I get discouraged from this because I don't really have a lot of people that create art as my friends that I know. If you want to connect to more people to create art, consider joining my school. It's free right now. I just want people to be able to connect and create art. That's a plug. I didn't really plan that, but check it out if you want. I'll leave the link in the description. I'm just rambling and I'm just seeing where this conversation goes. And I found that it's just how live streams tend to be when I watch them, and I think I'll try and incorporate them into my live streams that I do again, because it's just fun just to like see what's happening, see where things go. That's another thing that I am starting to realize with YouTube videos. There's a lot of people telling you gotta make scripts. Scripts are the only way to get good, and the scripts are the only way to grow an audience. And yes, I do think scripts are great and can organize your thoughts and put them into something, but you can't get too spontaneous with it unless you've practiced it a bunch. And practicing is good for if you're doing like a presentation or a seminar or something. But if you're just making YouTube videos, might as well make them fun. I mean, scripting can be fun, but every time I try and do it and I don't have the time, it's just exhausting. I can't really script videos every day. I mean, I could, but I'm starting to hate doing it so much. And maybe I will go back to scripting some videos for other ones that I have a little bit more time to prepare for. But at the same time, when I just start talking and seeing what comes out, not knowing what's coming out of my mouth, I'm going to have a great time. This could be with conversations are the best way to do this. Just let people indulge you in your bull crap and just see what happens. And I really want to like put that into my art too. And that's what I did a lot of with my landscapes. Don't know how to do it with portraits, but I tried doing that today a little bit. I studied that, or it was not a study today. I just started drawing and trying to come up with some ideas for what to do. I just drew some heads, threw some faces on them, picked one I liked, tried to clean it up, color a little bit. It doesn't have the most accurate proportions, but it has a nice like style to it. Because I kind of stylized it just from drawing from memory, kind of like figuring out what I have. I still think there's some issues with it and it needs work, but dang it, I think it's pretty cool. And I just pulled that from my head without any reference, which is crazy. There's a lot of advice that say always use reference, and yes, reference is good, but you don't always need it. You just need to make something. If you're having fun with your art, does it really matter what else happens? I mean, sometimes it's a job, and if you don't really care what you're drawing, as long as you're drawing, then a job is great. I would like to learn a little bit more about some of the actual art jobs that are out there. But sometimes you don't even see those artists. I want to talk about the flow state. So the flow state is really about just being present in your work. And that can happen in studies, it can happen in planned out work, it can happen from spontaneous. It happens better with spontaneous work sometimes. But I think it has to you have to get to like 15 minutes to really get it going. I haven't really tested this theory. I think I want to test it some more and maybe make a video on it where I can collect the information on it. And I will have a timer set for 15 minutes. But as soon as it goes off, I'm going to mentally take note that, like, okay, I want to keep drawing. Or if I get to 15 minutes and I realize, yeah, I don't want to draw, I'm going to track that. Who knows if I'll actually do that as a video, but that will be fun. And that might be the first thing I do after this month-long video upload daily challenge. Might be that. I hope you go make some art, no matter what time you see this video, or I hope you already made something today. And until next time, Dartagon out.